Welcome to Forks for Thought. This is Avery Loda, and I'm your host for this episode. Today, I'll be interviewing Shruthi Kentamsetty about her life and all the things she does as a student. Shruthi is one of my closest friends. I've known her for forever, and I've watched her do all these things. And we always say, don't go to the same college Shruthi is applying to because she's definitely getting in. And somehow she's still the best person to have in your life, even though she is constantly working. So she is vice president for the sophomore class in student council. She's in science Olympiad. She's doing badminton, guitar, track for the school. Anything else?
I have a job.
She has a job. She's in speech and debate.
Alpha, Beta. I volunteer at the library too.
The list keeps going. She's just amazing.
So I think the one that's kind of the easiest and that I look forward to right now is student council, because the biggest event of the year, the homecoming parade, the float, the dance, all of that, it's done. And it's just kind of chill right now because, I'm not really part of the food drive committee and I don't really have to do anything for that. So
Yeah.
kind of having a good time. I would say I feel pretty okay right now because, I don't know, I've gotten into a good rhythm, I've gotten into a pattern, and I kind of make a schedule of what I actually have to do. And I don't try to overwork myself, but I mean, it does happen. But I still gotta stay sane during that.
Yeah. And then why are you vice president just for the sophomore class instead of being more just in student council in general, the whole club?
I think that I'm vice president for the sophomore class specifically is because as much as I love the executive council, they don't really get to talk one-on-one with the reps during in your school year. And so what I like is that I actually get to talk to them, I get to help them, and they get to work together about all of these events that we have at school. And I don't think that I would want to be on the sidelines. I think I'd want to actually be working together on it. You're just talking to your friends at the meetings.
Yeah.
So much fun, and it's always funny. You're not actually a position, you're just kind of talking to someone.
Right, you're just having fun.
Exactly.
Okay,
Yeah.
what is the one you least look forward to?
I would say right now, speech and debate is the one I least look forward to because as much as I'm excited for my competition tomorrow, writing the case gets me every time because it's the most work.
Yeah.
And it's the most, it takes up a lot of my time when I don't plan it out because I've been procrastinating doing it for a while and I had to do it all really quickly this week because, procrastination. So I would say it's fun when you have a lot of time.
Yeah. I also just feel when something is most nerve-wracking, anything that it is, it's kind of even harder to look forward to it because
Yeah.
you're you have to push past that fear. You have to be wait, no, it's okay. I got this.
It's not the end of the world. You have to tell yourself that.
And then science Olympiad.
I've just started that. I haven't really done so much into it, but I know that my events are building and, doing some code puzzle things. I think it's cool. I haven't really explored it too much, but I'm in it and I'm excited to do it for the rest of the year. But I do think it's going to turn out to be speech and debate where I have to actually critically think
And work.
and allocate time on my day to actually do it. Which I'm not opposed.
What time in your day?
Exactly.
Where is the time?
Because I have school. School is kind
Right.
of there,
Right. Oh, also, she takes AP classes. How many APs do you have this year?
Okay, this semester I'm taking AP Psych and Seminar, but the next semester I have AP Environmental Science, AP Gov, and also Seminar. It's not fun, but it's okay.
And then track for school. You just started that.
Yeah, I joined it because I like running. I think running gives me a clear mind and it's fun, and I love doing 5Ks with Avery.
We did one together and it was the time of my life.
So funny, and we just it was so fun. We got to talk during it. It was awesome, and I like running because it after a long day, it kind of helps me clear my mind. So I decided to try it out. Sports is a good way to be involved, actually be part of the community at school.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I think those other clubs, if you're in them, it's a really good thing, but it's not everyone is in them.
Right.
Whereas sports, everyone's going to notice you're in the sport.
Yeah.
So many more students are part of the sport.
It's
You
kinda
make your
community.
community. Yeah, you get your group. And then you do badminton and guitar
Yes.
outside of school.
Yes. I've been playing badminton for 4 years by now. I'd say pretty good at it, but
Yeah, girl.
I can't really speak for myself. Or I can.
Yes, you can.
Yes, I
Yes, you can.
Yes.
Confidence is key.
Yeah, I've been playing it for a really long time. I would say personally, racket sports are better for me than throwing and catching because I could not throw. And I have a great community at badminton, and I love playing guitar. It's kind of like a hobby though. I've had recitals and I've done really good at them, but it's just like, when I have a song stuck in my head and I kind of want to learn how to play it so that it doesn't get stuck in my head anymore, it's a great way to do that.
Yeah. Do you take classes?
I did until recently, until my learning kind of like plateaued. It was like I kept learning new things and then I was just like, I can do this on my own. I don't really need a class for it.
Okay, yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah. And then volunteer.
Yes, I volunteer. Um, I'm part of Alpha Beta at school, but a lot of other sophomores are, so it's like, I don't know, kind of a chill thing. I volunteer at the library once a week. I work with K through second graders. They're adorable, kind of problematic
Wait,
sometimes.
that's so cute.
And I love working with them. And we do like activities and crafts at the library for about 2 hours, and they have the best time, and I have a good time doing it because the community there is great. And I love books. I love the library. I love crafts. So I think it's really good for me too.
I teach also, so I feel like
Right,
it's
like
fun.
TAing is
Like, I look
yeah.
forward to that. Like,
exactly.
I know some people really don't love little kids or like,
But like
I don't know if it's like the responsibility that
Yeah.
comes with that,
yeah,
but I look forward to it. Like, that is the highlight of my week. That is what I look forward to.
right.
But I just think,
Yeah.
like, they're just fun to be around. It's someone
So
different.
fun. And you have to like come past something. Like until you've achieved that area where you're like, I like kids, it's gonna be tiring. But then after that, you're like, wow, they're really cute and fun to be around.
Right.
And it's fun.
Well, and it's different than talking to like adults and the kids your age. Like that's all you do all week, all day long. So to have like those other people that are still part of this community, you
And
just
they
never
look
get to talk to them.
and they look up to you.
I know that's the best part
Adorable.
is like feeling like
Yeah.
accomplished. And good.
Exactly.
Yes.
Yeah.
So how do you stay on top of your
Okay.
stuff?
So I have this is gonna sound like an advertisement. I have this app called Todoist, and I kind of like create a schedule of everything I have to do every day and all of the things that have. Okay, I am a procrastinator, so this is really helpful for all of the people that are procrastinating, but it's like it kind of like you get to organize the tasks based on priority too. I think I'm just genuinely an organized person,
Yeah.
so I'm able to stay on top of things.
Well, that's helpful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's like kind of works.
Yeah. So you stay like you have friends even though you do all of this and like you have a social life. And I'm sure that's like important to you. Like,
Yeah.
like you need to have a life as a high school. You're also only a sophomore. Just to get it straight. I think having a social life is important, but I also think like being in these things helps with your social life.
Right, right. So I think that I try to make friends in these areas because doing things without at least one or two people you know is so boring. And when you need help, you can ask them for help, which is really helpful. But outside of that, I feel like I try to make time for my social life and for all of these things because I know that a lot of people struggle with this too, but I struggle with fear of missing out. Because, when I'm not at the thing, I feel bad that I wasn't able to do it, but then I realize that I can't do it. So it takes a lot of time to like prioritize which ones I need to do. And I try to make time for everything.
So you're doing all this because I mean you want to get
I
out.
want
That's the goal here.
Yeah.
So what college is?
Okay, I really, really, really want to get into the Duke pre-med program because I want to be a dermatologist when I grow up. But I also do love the Stanford pre-med program. But I wouldn't be opposed to going to UNC Chapel Hill and doing a pre-med program there because
Yes.
I like Duke UNC rivalry, but I don't really care about that. I care about like my education.
Right.
So
Yeah, the programs.
exactly. So those are really good places that I want to go to.
So also having a job that takes up a lot of time and obviously it's important for like life skills and like making money and you do have a job.
I do. I work at the Perfect Piece in downtown Cary, and I work on Saturdays, and it's really good. Well, I mean, it can get a little bit tedious because, you just have to keep ringing up customers. But I like doing it because I get to see all like like the holly jolly season, Christmas decorations, and I get paid. You know, I like
Yeah.
I like being able to buy things that I want to buy without asking my parents to buy. Because I mean, obviously I don't really have any other source of income, but I've been doing that up until now, and I like being able to see that I work hard for this and I'm able to buy it myself. And I get to buy my friends things too from me. So
Right.
it's not like they're gifting it from someone else.
Right.
I like it being from me. And, it's a good thing to have. It's a good thing to be able to keep up having a job with everything else that you're doing.
How do you feel that you have all these things going on? Like,
Oh,
I'm sure it can be overwhelming, but like, how do you feel most times?
okay. I think that, yes, it is, sorry, definitely overwhelming, but I do think that I feel like satisfied with myself and productive that I'm able to do all of this. Because I know a lot of people. Well, I know that a lot of, not a lot, but, like, other people really,
That it's hard.
that it's hard for them to do it, but I kind of admire myself that I'm able to make time and organize everything, and I just feel like at the end of the day, I'm like, "Yes, that was a good day because I got everything done," but I still have, like, a good social life, I have a good academic life, I have a good extracurricular life, I'm glad that I'm doing well. Yeah.
Yeah, and also, like, the validation for your future.
Right.
I think that's something that, like, no matter how much or how little you're doing, like, that's constantly pushed on us, especially as students, is like,
Yeah.
where are you gonna go? What are you gonna do?
Mhm.
And obviously, you wanna be successful, you wanna make money, like, you want a good life,
Exactly.
obviously. And so I think, like, doing whatever you can to kinda control that and have the, like, reassurance of, like, "Yeah, like, I will make it. Like, I
Yeah.
will get there." Obviously, it doesn't always go well. Sometimes
Exactly.
it's overwhelming or you get something wrong or it's just too much and you're, like, just genuinely exhausted, and it's like, "Okay, well, now I'm gonna fail." But I think it definitely helps to have, like, a lot of things that you can kind of fall back on.
Yeah. I think that with all the extracurriculars that I'm doing, it kinda helps, like, lock in my future. Essentially, that's not how it should be, but that's how I feel, like, when I'm productive, I'm like, "Yes, another day of being productive to lead up to not having to be productive in my future." So it's like everything that I do now, it counts.
Right, and I
Yeah.
think, like, something that no one really talks about is, like, the meaning behind school. Like,
Yeah.
for me, the meaning is not like, "Oh, let me go make friends," or, "Oh, let me go learn new information."
Yeah.
It's, get what you need to go to college, to get a degree, to get a good job. And I
Exactly.
think, like, I can still care enough because I want that goal.
But it's not for, like, the sake of learning.
I think students who do better in school care. What they care for might be different.
Yeah.
But and their reasons for doing extracurriculars or being a part of clubs
Yeah.
may be different. Sometimes it's genuinely that you love that club, but I think
Exactly.
for a lot of students like you who have the best classes, all these things going on, it
Yeah.
really is because they're just doing this for their future.
Exactly.
Like, they're just checking it off for their resume and for their future.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I don't think that's a bad thing. I think no one just, like, thinks about that. Like, that's not the reasoning people are thinking about
Yeah.
why all these people do this, but it is. Like,
And
that's what we're thinking about when we sign up for these
and
things.
people are always like, "Yes, I genuinely love doing this. I think it's so much fun and I love doing it for the sake of doing it." And yes, you can do that, but sometimes you just got to get it done. Like I love some of these extracurriculars, but I don't think that I would be doing some of them if it genuinely wasn't because I wanted to do good in life.
Thanks for listening to Forks for Thought with Avery Rhoda. Tune in next time at chsthepage.com.